I'll make the chair the same height. Wait, we're live. From Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam, Total World Victory for Hare Kṛṣṇa. Today the class will be led by me and Prahlad, as presented here.
Hello.
Ooh. We're looking at Bhagavad-gita chapter 2, verse 41. Yes. Okay, let's get into it.
I'll scroll down a little bit more.
Vyavasāyātmikā buddhir ekeha kuru-nandana bahu-śākhā anantāś buddhayo vyavasāyinām. Vyavasāyātmikā.
Resolute to Kṛṣṇa consciousness.
Buddhi.
Intelligence.
Ekeha.
Only one.
Ekeha.
In this world.
Kuru-nandana.
O beloved child of the Kurus.
Bahu-śākhā.
Various branches.
He.
Indeed.
Anantāś.
Unlimited. Also.
Buddhayaḥ.
Intelligence.
Avyavasāyinām.
Of those who are not in Kṛṣṇa consciousness.
Those who are on this path.
Scroll down.
Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligent of those who are irresolute is many branched. A strong faith in Kṛṣṇa consciousness that one should be elevated to the highest perfection of life is called vyavasāyātmikā, intelligent. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita states, Shraddha sabde vishvasakahes sudrdaha nishchaya Krishna bhakti kaila sarva karma kritayaha haya. Faith means unflinching trust in something sublime. When one is engaged in the duties of Kṛṣṇa consciousness, he need not act in relationship to the material world with obligations to family, traditions, humanity, or nationality. Fruitive activities are the engagements of one's reactions from the past, good or bad deeds. When one is awake in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, he need no longer endeavor for good results in his activities. When one is situated in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, all activities are on the absolute plane, for they are no longer subject to dualities like good and bad. The highest perfection of Kṛṣṇa consciousness is renunciation of the material conception of life. This state is automatically achieved by progressive Kṛṣṇa consciousness. The resolute purpose of a person in Kṛṣṇa consciousness is based on knowledge. Vasudeva sarvam iti sa mahatma sudurlabha, by which one comes to know perfectly that Vasudeva or Kṛṣṇa is the root of all manifested causes. As water on the root of a tree is automatically distributed to the leaves and branches, in Kṛṣṇa consciousness one can render the highest service to everyone, namely self, family, society, country, humanity, etc. If Kṛṣṇa is satisfied by one's actions, then everyone will be satisfied.
Service in Kṛṣṇa consciousness is, however, best practiced under the able guidance of a spiritual master, who is a bona fide representative of Kṛṣṇa, who knows the nature of the student and who can guide him to act in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. As such, to be well versed in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, one has to act firmly and obey the representative of Kṛṣṇa, and one should accept the instruction of the bona fide spiritual master as one's mission in life. Srila
Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur
instructs us in his famous prayer of the spiritual master as follows.
Yasya prasadad bhagavat prasado, yasya prasadana gati kutopi, dhyayam stuvam stasya yasya Sandhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vrindam.
By satisfaction of the spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes satisfied. Satisfaction of the spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes satisfied. And by not satisfying the spiritual master, there is no chance of being promoted to the plane of Kṛṣṇa consciousness. I should therefore meditate and pray for his mercy 3 times a day, and offer my respectful obeisances unto him, my spiritual master. You gotta scroll. No.
That is of a song. I think it's the Arti prayers.
It is a song.
Indeed.
You gotta keep scrolling. Oh, yeah.
As far as I can go.
This is a horrible.
Fruitive acts. It gets the whole thing, basically. The whole process, however, depends on the perfect knowledge of the soul beyond the conception of the body, not theoretically, but practically, when there is no longer chance for sense gratification manifested in fruitive activities. One who is not firmly fixed in mind is diverted by various types of fruitive acts. Okay, let's look at the differences.
Go to the latest version. Ekeha in this world, and then go back one. No, go. Yeah, latest version. Go back one, purple one. Just
That?
yes. And scroll up. Here it says ekeha in this yoga.
Hija in Spanish means daughter. Wow, Spanish lesson.
Go to the changes PDF. No. Yes.
Just say 72 Gita.
But if I said 72 Gita, it should be the second tab. See, that's what it is. Anyway, ekeha in this world. Scroll up. Go to number 43. Sorry. 39. What's the translation?
Thus far I've declared to you the analytical knowledge of Sankhya philosophy. Now listen to the knowledge of yoga, whereby one works without furtive result, as on further when you act by such intelligence you can free yourself from the bondage of works.
Go to the original manuscript. What does it say? What does it say for ekeha in this world?
Mm-hmm.
And then scroll up to the one before. And it says ekeha in this world. But in the changes, it's been changed to
In this yoga and then changed.
yeah,
back
in
to
this yoga and then in this world. So
They are scammers.
Hmm?
They are scammers. Okay.
yeah, that was one thing that had changed.
No,
What else?
it's changed a strong faith in Kṛṣṇa consciousness that one should be elevated in the highest perfection of life is called long word. It has been changed to a strong faith that by Kṛṣṇa consciousness one will be elevated to the highest perfection of life. So one will is like a definite, one should. It's kind of, you might be. You probably are going to be, but you might not be. Jump scare. Bro, chiropractor.
A strong faith in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, a strong faith that by Kṛṣṇa consciousness, is going from more direct to less direct. a strong faith in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, or a strong faith that by Kṛṣṇa consciousness one will be elevated. That a strong faith in Kṛṣṇa consciousness that one should be elevated to the highest perfection. Yeah, it's going from more definite to less definite there. What else is there?
In the new one, they've added a Madhya Lila. Like the thing that references the Madhya Lila. I don't think it's a bad thing. There's a ton of changes down here. So this bracket has been changed to a full stop. And Sudurlabha has been changed to Su-Durlabha, and then it's been changed to, instead of by which one comes to know, it's been changed to a person in Kṛṣṇa consciousness is the rare good soul who knows. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting change. But where they've changed the Sanskrit, what's that called again? Sandhya. It's where they changed the Sanskrit slightly. A person in Kṛṣṇa consciousness is a rare good soul who knows perfect, or by which one who comes to know perfectly. That Vasudeva. Again, it's going from more definite to more broad speaking. As water on the roots of a tree, as by watering the roots of a tree, one automatically distributes. As water on the root of a tree is automatically distributed to the leaves and the branches, again, going from a more definite to less definite speaking, which is a theme I'm noticing. In branches and by acting in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. In Kṛṣṇa consciousness. You see, by acting in Kṛṣṇa consciousness or in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, it is once again going from more definite to less definite tone. Yeah. If you go to the changes PDF, what does it say in there?
It's 43 right now, isn't it?
41.
Goofy. True Prabhupada began a new paragraph here. Added a little thing there. Copyright. Sudurlabha, a person, son, sick. In Kṛṣṇa consciousness is the very good soul who knows. So that's what that word means. Sudurlabha. Okay.
So yeah, here he's referencing the change that he made to go closer to the original manuscripts. But the version, the original version that's come out, has had Hayagriva, his edits to it, and was also authorized by Prabhupada. But here he says he's going back closer to the original manuscript, which is true, but it's not a change that is warranted to go nearer to the original manuscripts.
Like none of these are, so.
Yeah. What does the other comment say?
There's this little link to the regoodsoul.png. And this one says, parallel structure. Original manuscript as watering in the root of the tree is automatically distributed to the leaves and branches of the tree. Similar sick. By acting on Kṛṣṇa consciousness, one can render the highest service to everyone.
Yeah, a lot of these changes are, changing what Hayagriva, the editor, did. And sort of reverting it back to the original manuscript, which is a little bit weird. If a book is being edited, you wouldn't want to really go back to the original manuscript because it's just a draft. Yeah. Here we go back to the changes. What else is there? It's spelt they've changed the spelling of Thakur. I'm not sure which one's the right spelling. Could be either of them. How do you spell Thakur?
Thakur.
Thakur.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because here it's spelled Thakur.
That's what I said.
That is what he said.
Never mind then. And then they've changed it to Thakura.
Yeah.
Takura.
Yeah, that's the Sanskrit spelling.
Ah.
See, and one of the first things that happens in a language is like if you have words that end with an A like that, the first thing that happens is they just drop the trailing A.
Okay. Well, both spellings are correct.
Like Prabhupada or Prabhupada. Everybody says Prabhupada.
Yeah.
But it's actually spelled, if you look at it, it's spelled Prabhupada.
Yeah.
Pada means feet, but pada. They just drop the A off the end. Prabhupada, Sankirtan instead of Sankirtana. Golokera Premadana Harinama Sankirtan or Golokera Premadana Harinama Sankirtan. Harinama.
Yasya prasadana has been changed to Yasya prasadana, and then they add the na in the end. Well, they space it out, which kind of makes sense because that's how you sing it. The Yasya prasadana nagati Yasya prasadana nagati gotopi.
Well, still, it's still the same. They've just added the space, and then they've changed the arrangement of how it's quoted. And then down the very bottom, can't see it. How do I? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. You have to move this way. Yep.
I like hiding.
When there is no longer a chance, when there is no longer chance for sense gratification. Yeah, they have the same meaning. Just when it says a chance for sense gratification and chance, a chance is more sort of grammatically correct. Yeah, those are the changes. What do you want to do now?
Sleep.
I still got to talk about the purple temporary application.
No. Okay. I'm going to talk about the translation. I didn't pick up anything from the purple. Oh, nice. Those who are on this path of wisdom and purpose and their aim is one. So basically, instead of having a ton of different aims, like I want to be beautiful, I want to be rich, I want to be popular, and have many friends, I want to buy a Tesla and then blow it up. They have one thing, and that's Kṛṣṇa consciousness is the supreme goal. One aim. They're multiple, like a tree that branches, which in the next bit is, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is really large. So basically, the intelligence is split up into multiple path categories, which makes them. I ain't got no clue. Yeah.
Okay. What about anything from the purport?
Not really.
Well, what I'm getting from this verse is, in the previous verse it was talking about the path of Krishna consciousness. Let's see specifically what it was saying. Yeah, a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. So, it was talking about the changes where it says ekeha in this yoga. I don't know why the photo's upside down. But anyway, it was talking about like the path of yoga in Krishna consciousness. Is the path that will lead to no fear. And then in this purport is saying that, people who are on that path are resolute in purpose and the aim is one. And the intelligence of those who are irresolute, which basically is meaning that those who are not on the path are many branches, many other paths, and it will be more complicated. Might get lost. Might go into some weird paths or useless paths. But the path of Krishna consciousness is the path to take, and it also says to a strong faith in Krishna consciousness that one should be elevated to the highest perfection of life. It's talking about the faith in Krishna consciousness and the faith in the spiritual master. It says, it's best practiced under the guidance of a spiritual master. Depends on the perfect knowledge of the soul beyond the conception of the body. So it's basically saying, Krishna consciousness is the path of the resolute. The spiritual master will guide you down that path, and to be on the path, you will need a grasp on the knowledge that there is a soul outside the body. I think it's a really nice written purport by Srila Prabhupada. Contemporary application.
Focus on your education, kids.
Okay.
I don't know. In the translation, it says stuff about like multi-tree branched thingies. So when you're in school, focus on getting smart, because that's why you're at school. That's why you're giving the human body the Krishna consciousness. And so at school, instead of focusing on popularity and how you look and getting boys or girls, focus on what you were there to do, which is learn. Just like in the human body, which was given to you by Kṛṣṇa, your purpose is to gain higher spiritual realization. Yeah.
Well, I think
No, okay, fine.
the school example is the example of irresolute, because it is not, going to school and doing that sort of stuff is not the path of Krishna consciousness.
I know, but I was using it as an example.
Or
Like,
an
let's
example
say-
of the many branched path.
I was using school as the example of life, and then the purpose of being at school is to learn instead of, other things. Just like life. Life is for gaining Krishna consciousness, not like, getting hella smart at like math or something. Or like, all that other stuff. It's performing your duty for Krishna and gaining higher spiritual realization.
Which also doesn't mean that that sort of stuff should be, purposely
Ignored.
avoided. Getting smart at math. Yeah, you can be like, yeah, I want to get smart at math. But it's like, I want to get smart at math so I can,
Use it to get an architecture degree to build a temple for Krishna.
yeah, that could be it. There's always the Krishna consciousness needs to be the path, and then everything else is just a fun little tidbit. Little stops on the way. But yeah, the process of Krishna consciousness and going down that path is iterative. So in the last purport, it was saying that even if you do Krishna conscious 1% at the beginning, next time will be 2%, and so yeah, it just keeps going on and on until you eventually make it. So yeah, any Krishna consciousness done is it is a additive to the path of Krishna consciousness. It will continue forward, even if you stop, which you shouldn't. But yeah, we got anything else you wanted to
Nope.
say? Okay.
Negative. I copied you there. Negative.
Man. First thing.
Upside down profile be busting it down. Upside down. El scary alert. Ow. I
Why is it upside down? Was it always upside down?
think it was upside down actually. Seems to have changed.
Anyway, let's read the verse in the translation to end it off.
Oh my god. Vyavasāyātmikā buddhir ekeha kuru-nandana bahu-śākhā anantāś buddhayo vyavasāyinām. Bro, I got that.
Those who are on the path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched. Yeah, thank you guys for coming on live. If you're here live, if you're watching afterwards, hello. If you like any of the content that we do, share it around. And yeah, I will see you some other time this week.
Wednesday or Thursday. I'll see you guys tomorrow because it's my personal class.
It will not be Wednesday or Thursday for me.
Okay.
And yeah, I will see you guys when I see you. And I don't know, good morning, good evening, and good night.
Good afternoon.
Param Vijayate Shri Kṛṣṇa Sankirtanam. Total world victory for Hare Krishna.
Hi, bye guys. Have fun.
Later.
Hey.